Do you feel like the audience, that relationship between yourself and your audience has changed a little bit since you have given them a little bit more of your private life? Like, do you feel like it's strengthened the relationship or that connection between yourself and your audience?
So I think the day that people found out that I was married, a lot of people were well, I don't know if they were upset for real.
Not them being
especially
upset.
love them ladies. Oh man, because I released a song at the time, so I was trying to promote the song at the same time. So for every time that I'll post about the song, everyone will go and play it for your wife. We don't want to. We don't want to know. We don't sing to us. You deceived us.
Yeah Network.
Hey guys, it's your girl Diamond and this is Yeah Network. We are currently sitting in Blue Marlin, Ibiza, London, and today I am joined with an incredible artist straight from Lagos, Nigeria. He first had his moment in the sun when he appeared on Project Fame West Africa, where he quickly gained the attention of Maven founder Don Jazzy. Since then, he has gone on to achieve incredible things, guys. This man is not only an engineer, he's not just an artist, not just a songwriter, but he is a musical genius. He is not only that, but he's also a husband and a father. We know we love that over here. And he had an incredible show last night where they are calling him the pop star. Please give it up for Mr. Johnny Drille. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for having me. Very excited to be here.
Absolutely. How are you feeling?
Good. I feel good. It's my first time in the UK, and it feels like I've been here before. I don't know why. It just feels very familiar, but I'm loving it so far.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's just talk about your time here in London.
Yes.
How are you finding it? What's London giving?
I love it. I love it. I don't know if it's because of the people that I've met so far. Maybe I've just been meeting the right people. But it's been good so far. The weather's been nice. I hear I came at the right time. That it was colder before I came, but I'm I'm loving the weather. I think probably the only thing I miss is Nigerian food. But aside that, it's been fantastic so far.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of food, have you had a chance to try any of the English food? Anything that's caught you off guard? Good or bad?
The way I enjoy food, it's so weird for me. Like it takes me time to get used to like anything that's new. So of course I'm gonna be like, but after a while it starts to taste nicer.
Yeah.
But we're still here for a couple of days, so I'm gonna try more of the traditional UK dishes before we leave.
Yeah, make sure you try like a good chippy shop.
Chippy shop.
Yeah,
I'll remember that.
Yeah.
I'll remember that.
Little, fish and chips, mushy peas. He said,
You know what? I'm just gonna write this down before I leave. I'll try those things you said.
Amazing. And any sightseeing, anything you want to get off your bucket list whilst you're here?
Absolutely. I mean, we've had such a packed schedule since we got here, so we've not really had time to, explore town and all. But we have we have a break in like next 4 days, so we're gonna take that time out to explore the UK, London. We're going to Birmingham afterwards, so yeah, we're gonna explore a lot and of course make a lot of content.
Absolutely, yeah. Make sure you do that. So let's just move on to the music. So you have given us recently an incredible single, Angelina, featuring Fireboy DML. To me, it sounds like you're stepping into a new chapter with that. Speak to us a little bit about that, the single itself, and why did you pick Fireboy? Like, why was he the correct? Not why, as in it's a bad thing. It's an amazing thing, but why did you feel like he was the perfect collaborator for this single?
Absolutely. So first of all, big fan of Fireboy. He's an incredible artist. He just had a sold-out show in the Royal Albert Hall, and I was there. It was incredible. He was fantastic live, and I met him backstage as well. So it's a fantastic artist. And when we had the song, I initially didn't think it was going to be Fireboy, but then Vader, who's here, and I had the idea to have Fireboy in it, and then I started to actually hear him on it. And big shout out to Fireboy. When we sent him the song, he sent a verse in like 3 days. That's like the fastest time anyone's sent me a verse ever. Even I take longer to send verses.
Wow.
It was fantastic, and it was really good. And it's my latest single that's out, and people are loving it. I performed it for the first time yesterday at the UK show, the London show, and the crowd was almost like they already knew the songs.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes, it's been fantastic. And I again, the thing with my music is that it's evolved over time. But when you still hear it, whatever I'm doing, whether it be Afro country, like we like to call it, or alternative music, or folk, or Afro beats, there's always that Johnny Drille soul in there. You can always hear the same guy, feel the energy, feel the spirit. Yeah.
It's amazing that you mentioned that, because I was going to say it feels almost like you are leaning more into that Afro-folk genre. Tell me a little bit about that direction.
So I think a lot of times when people talk about Afro beats, they usually would think, oh, it's one sound. And I've come to realize and understand that it's easier for all of us to travel in one Afrobeat bus, because to the rest of the world, you don't want to confuse people with, oh, Afro country, Afro rave, Afro this, Afro fusion, Afro. Like, you want, like, it's easier for people to identify you as this, and then they start to experience the variety of what that's, you know. So the beautiful thing is that Afrobeat is not just one thing. It's so many different subgenres of the sound. My kind of Afrobeat is so different from Rema's kind of Afrobeats. Rema's Afrobeat is different from Burna's Afrobeat. You know, it's just different kinds of sounds, and I think it's beautiful. And I'm championing a different kind of sound as well that, you know, I think it's taking off, and it's still going to take off even more.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So do you feel like this is, you know, this new, I don't really want to say it's like a new genre, because I feel like it's probably something that was always in you, right? It's not like a new
of course
thing.
not. Yeah.
So would you say this was a continuation of the beginning of your journey?
Absolutely, absolutely. So when I started listening, my earliest music memories were listening to country music.
Oh, wow.
My dad used to play a lot of Dolly Parton back then.
We love Dolly. Yeah, we do.
And, you know, we used to listen to a lot of Christian music as well. And what I didn't realize was that a lot of the Christian songs we used to listen back then were actually country songs. But we just thought they were Christian music, you know. That kind of influenced how I listen to music and how I understand and enjoy music. And subconsciously, I started to gravitate towards songs like that. And, you know, and when it was time to start creating music for people, it came naturally. But then again, you're in Africa and you have to figure out a way to be able to make it appeal more to the people around you. So I had to now introduce African elements like the African percussion, Pidgin English, local language, my Edo local language, you know, to make it feel more African. And it worked. It worked for me, and you know, it's incredible.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You have such a unique sound.
Thank you.
That I really feel like you're really in your pockets
Yeah.
when it comes to, you know, the Afro-folk.
Yeah.
Like, it's really just something, it's just very genuine and just
Absolutely.
just
And big shout out to the fans for listening and loving the music that I make, because if they don't, then what's the point?
Exactly.
So it's all them.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of the fans, when are they expecting a full-length project from you?
So it's been a minute since I dropped my first album. That was in 2021. So that's like 4 years. So I definitely think it's long overdue. I do have an EP with Don Jazzy that came out last year.
Yeah.
It's called Hard Guy Confessions. It's 4 brand new songs and 3 other songs we had done before. But we're working on a new album. Hopefully before the end of the year. I was still piecing it together. Hopefully before the end of the year, you know, we're able to put it out. But there's definitely an album in the works.
Look out for that. Look out for it. You heard it from the man himself. So again, a massive congratulations on the show.
Thank you.
Yesterday, the concert yesterday at Coco London. Like I said to you, listen, they're saying you are a pop star. They are saying you are a pop star.
I'll take that.
No, it's just that you received such amazing reception from it. Like we had a side conversation. I was saying, you know, on socials, they're really loving what you did. Like they really fell in love with that. Like you're a pop star.
I'll take that. I am a pop star.
It's big. So tell me a little bit, what was your intention behind the tour, and even the creative directions a little bit? What do you feel like what you put in is what you were able to showcase last night with the direction of the touring? Yeah.
So I think the very fun thing about shows sometimes is that you never know what to expect, especially since a lot of it is based off of like the audience's reaction to you. But I'm to be honest, I wasn't expecting the kind of energy and love I got from London yesterday. It was overwhelming at some point for me, because, you know, sometimes you have to think of it like this, like I'm just that guy from Benin City in Lagos. It's just in one room creating music, but then there's people in a different part of the world listening to your music and loving it and are willing to not just attend, but they're willing to get dressed, look for a nice dress, do makeup, take an Uber, right? Spend like 3 hours just standing and waiting for your favorite artist. And to me, that's like, it's the best feeling in the world. And and I don't take it for granted. So I appreciate everyone that's come out. And, it was, again, you don't know what to expect, but yesterday was total madness. It was like, a lot of times people think, oh, I plan to, because at some point in the show, I went into the audience, like the first level and then the second level. People think I actually didn't plan to do that yesterday.
You just went with the vibes.
I was just like, yo. So when they turned the lights on, initially I could only see the people in front, but then they turned the lights on, and I was like, bro, this whole different section of people all over the place, and I just wanted to, have them feel the love as well.
Oh, that's
and
amazing.
it was a good one.
That's amazing, because it's moments like that. As a fan, that's what I'm gonna hold on to, right?
Exactly.
It's so easy to just go on stage and just perform and go home, but it's little things that I feel like
I always want every person that comes from my shows to feel like it's not just about me, it's also about them. Like, I know I can't reach everyone personally, but I want them to feel as close to me as possible. So if it's just me coming over to you, if that makes you feel that way, then I would do that any day, anytime.
Oh, that's incredible. Yeah. Honestly, and I know for sure anyone and everyone who was there definitely took something special with them from that. Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you feel like you get like different reactions when you perform in different cities? Ooh. Is it always like different vibes? How is it?
So I think, that's a very interesting question, actually. So, it's funny. I feel like I've gotten a lot more love, and maybe not love, a lot more like excitement at my live shows in other places than I've gotten from Lagos.
Okay.
Right? Which is where I'm from.
Okay.
And, I think it's Lagos probably because they've seen, like, I've done this for 7 years. Like they see me every year. They're like, that's our guy. He's gonna come again.
Exactly.
But London's like, we don't know when this guy's gonna come here again. So we better make this
Let's
moment.
Make the most out of it.
Exactly. So it's different from place to place. But London, it's pretty up there for me right now.
Hold tight, LDN. We do it big. I know you mentioned, yesterday, things such as, going out into the crowd, but have you had any other standout, heartfelt moments so far from performing, live shows? Because you're really incredible when it comes to live shows. Have you had any other standout moments where it's like, I would never forget this?
So I think so. There's this clip online that went really viral. It's a very young girl. She was at my show in 2023. I think she was 7 years old then. And it was so random. And a lot of times people think we actually plan these things. Like 95% of things aside of the songs, 95% of things that I do or say on stage, like, it's just coming out of my head. So I saw her in the audience and I just thought, oh yeah, she's here, bring her on. And she started to sing like one of my songs called Howie, My Friend. And it was so good. And then the next year, so random as well. Like, I was just looking and then I see her again.
Oh, wow.
And she comes on and does a different song. And personally, I'm looking forward to seeing her again next year because I feel like I want to do this for the next 10 years. So moments like that, very for me, very heartfelt, very memorable.
That's amazing. I love that. So I want to shift a little bit into not so much personal, but just
go for it.
Shift it a little bit. Because a lot has changed outside of music. In your personal life. As I mentioned, you are a father, you are a husband to our beautiful wife, wherever you are. We love you, Rima, absolutely. So do you feel like, with the shifts and the changes that has happened to your personal life has had an effect, at least creatively, in the way you deliver your music?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's hard to explain. Especially when you have a kid for the first time, like, you may not know it or may not see it happening, but there's a lot that change about you and, your priorities and how you treat other people.
Oh, 1,000%.
That for me has been, it's been such a life-changing experience for me. I feel like I care a bit more how people feel, and I'm a bit more empathetic, and like I give people more benefit of doubt. You know, but of course, so aside of just like performing, I think it changes everything about you as a person. Like it changes your life. But at the end of the day, it is a lot of work to be able to be a father and, you know, a husband at the same time. But, you know, kind of make it work. And
Yeah,
it's a blessing at the end of the day.
Life? How is it?
Woo,
How's it treating you?
So far, so good. Been married for 2022 January. So that will be about three years.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you.
Absolutely.
About 3 years. It's been amazing. My wife, she's just as hardworking, even more hardworking than I am. So I guess for us, we're not just trying to figure out how to be able to do the work that we do, but still be able to have time for our baby. It is a lot of work, but we're figuring it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If I can ask, like, what advice do you think you could give to like any newlyweds out there,
Woo.
based off of your own journey so far
Oh, man.
with marriage life? Because my thing is, I feel like it's always different. You know, when you're just like dating, it's different.
Yeah,
And then when
it
you're
is,
married,
absolutely.
it's like a whole new world,
Yep.
right? That it's like a lot of people don't understand unless you're in that world. So, what advice do you think you could give out there to our, you know, anyone married, newlyweds, you know, anyone who's thinking about it?
Yeah.
What would you say you've learned?
Woo. Oh man, this is such a big question. Like I know I've been there for 3 years, but it's crazy because you're still figuring it out.
Absolutely.
Right? You still don't have it all down because like, and you think you know someone, but every day there's just new things about them that you discover and you have to. But I think the one thing, and I feel like people are expecting me to say this, communication is key.
No, but it's so important. A lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah, it's like I feel like 50% of your problems would be solved if you communicate, you know, properly. Before I got married, I didn't know that I had a communication problem until, you know, sometimes you're just in your head, you're thinking things like, right? But now it's not just about you. You also have someone that you have to be accountable to as well, who's also accountable to you. And you have to be able to communicate expectations to each other. And aside that, there's also like, you have to constantly forgive. And, you know, not because you're right or because you're wrong, but just because you love the person.
Yeah.
You just have to let go of things. You can't hold on to things because that piles on over time. And you don't want resentment to come in, you know. Yeah, I mean, that's what
everything you said is 1,000% correct. Because I've been married nearly 13 years, and it's like I love my husband, but there's days I want to flog him. I just want to flog him.
I
and
know
flog
that
him.
feeling.
You know what I mean? 'Cause it's like, and it's nice that you said, you know, the communication and the forgiveness, because I feel like I'm always saying that it's very, very important to have those.
It is, absolutely.
To have those skills.
And congratulations, 13 years. That's
Hey,
well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
It hasn't been easy, but you know, it's the love.
Yes, it is.
The love has to remain, and we're working on the love. So, absolutely, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you.
lovely that, you know, you're able to show that representation. 'Cause
Yes.
I feel like sometimes it's lacked, especially in this industry, right? It's like the gallist, this, that. So having that to look up to, I think is absolutely incredible. Like no
absolutely.
pressure though.
Oh, of course.
But it's absolutely amazing. What inspired you to start sharing a little bit more about your personal life? And I wanted to also ask, is that a joint decision that you had with your wife in doing that?
So you know, it's crazy. Like for the first 1 year, almost 2 years that I was married, like the world didn't know I was married.
Okay.
Right. So the wedding was for 100 people, and we had this thing where they had their phones, but we had like a sticker over their front cameras.
Oh, wow.
So they could make selfie videos and all, but they couldn't. We asked them not to post about the wedding. So for like a year and a few months, nobody knew I was married.
That is
until
incredible. Your guest agreed to that.
Yes, there was no single video, no single picture out there on the internet.
Wow.
You know, it was like that for over a year, and until we decided that, you know what, at some point, you know, you can't, like, we go out together, go to church together, people see us together, you know, they just didn't know we're married. So at some point we decided, you know what, let's just put it out there. We don't have to do anything crazy, and that's exactly what we did. So it's not like we're like super public and showing off our private lives out there, but people know what we're about. They know I have a kid. I'm married, you know, have a beautiful family, and you know, yeah, to respect that as well. That's
No, that's amazing, because
Yeah.
it's almost like it's okay to give just enough.
Exactly,
but it's
not too
nice-
much.
Yeah, not too much, because it's nice to kind of keep some things
Yeah.
for yourself.
Exactly,
As
exactly.
well. Do you feel like the audience, that relationship between yourself and your audience has changed a little bit since you have given them a little
Yeah.
bit more of you know, your private life? Like, do you feel like it's strengthened the relationship or that connection between yourself and your audience?
So I think the day that people found out that I was married, a lot of people were well, I don't know if they were upset for real.
Not them being
Especially
upset.
love them ladies. Oh man, because I released a song at the time, so I was trying to promote the song at the same time. So for every time that I'll post about the song, everyone will go and play it for your wife. We don't want to. We don't want to know. We don't sing
broke
to
their
us.
hearts.
You deceived us. You know. So I got that for a bit, but I think it was at the end of the day, it was just love. It was, you know. So yes, I think it's because now a lot of the music that I make, that I've created over time, make more sense to the audience, because they're like, oh, this was why he was singing about this. This was why I was singing. So there's a song that I released a couple of years ago called Bad Dancer, which I wrote about my wife. So now when people listen to it, they're like, oh yeah, so this is what he was trying to say. As well, there's a song, the video I shot, that's called Finding FA. And the lady in the video is my actual wife.
Okay.
But throughout the video, we never reveal her face. So it was
Okay.
always like side shots, back shots, and all that stuff. But yeah, so now that you watch the video, you're like, oh, so that was her this whole time. You know, so everything makes sense now more to
Yeah.
people. So yeah.
I think that's nice, because then
Yeah.
it's like anyone who was a fan from the beginning,
Yeah.
they could go back.
Exactly.
Right? So it's like they're hearing the song a lot
Yeah.
more differently now.
Yep,
It's meaning
yep.
different things.
Yes.
I think that's pretty smart that you did that.
It is. I think it is. I think it is.
No, I think that's really, really smart. So as someone who's always championed softness
Yeah.
and vulnerability, because I feel like you have. I don't know if you've done that intentionally.
I think it's just who I am. I've not tried to do it. It just, I guess, just comes naturally to me. Because I feel like a lot of people can, besides just connecting with the music, a lot of people also connect with the person.
Yeah.
And if they see a bit of themselves in you, that they feel even closer to you.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to give them just enough of who my essence as a person. And I've seen a lot of people connect with you know, my Christian background,
Yes.
how I feel about family. I sing about family a lot. You know, seeing people connect with this, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, and even from a male perspective, just
Yeah.
being open and being vulnerable,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel like that still resonates in this music industry, or is
Ooh,
that a rarity? Like, you know, because
Yeah.
what do you think? 'Cause-
I think day by day it's getting more and more rare. Because now it's just about, I feel like now it's more about the brand and being, you know, looking good and looking fly and being a superstar, you know. And when you think about some of the music from like a short while back, you know, people, you know, you see a lot more vulnerability. But now, I mean, it's all good. It's still music and people still vibe and love it. But now it's a lot more superficial. And that, again, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know, but I think for me, I've tried to stay true to the original inspiration behind my music, which is love, family, friendships, God, you know, to keep it that way. I've tried to keep it that way over time. But I do see how it's becoming rare and rare to be vulnerable, to be open, to be emotional. Now you have to be like, you know, if the hot guy,
Yeah,
you're a hot
especially
girl.
now as well, like, you know, like
Yeah.
with this red pill content that we're seeing
Yeah.
everywhere, you know, really influencing men to be very masculine,
Yeah,
to be very
I know.
hard, and stuff like that.
I know it's very interesting times we're in, and
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, everyone's just trying to navigate each day by day, figure out life. Yeah.
We're all trying to figure it out, child. Okay, so outside of all of that, music, you know, we've spoken about a little bit about personal life.
Yeah.
What keeps you grounded? You know, when you're not working, when you're not,
Yeah.
you know, the musical genius, as
Yeah.
I said, and you're not songwriting, and you're not being an engineer, and you're not doing all of that? What just keeps you chilled and grounded and just keeps you close to the ground?
Family.
Yes, yeah.
I can never overstate that. I was telling someone the other day, like when I had the show yesterday, if I didn't have family, it's I don't think people understand this about artists. Once you're done with the show, once people screamed your name and sang your song back to you, and once all that's over and the lights go out, and you have to go back to your
You have to go back to
ordinary
real
life.
life.
Like you have to go back to the real world and do like some of the most mundane things, like figure out breakfast and what are you gonna do the next day. It can be very daunting. It can be like being on stage is a different kind of high. It's not drug, but it's
It's that adrenaline, though,
yeah,
as well, isn't it?
and then it can be hard sometimes to fall back to like normal life, and that's why a lot of times you see people start to like take drugs just to be able to maintain that level of high. But for me, I think being able to have family that I can fall back to, and they're my support system, my family, my friends, it makes things a lot easier for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So not that this is probably a thought that you've ever had, but if you wasn't making music today, what else do you think
Oh,
that
man.
you would have been doing? If it wasn't music, if music was not in your path, what do you think you would be doing?
Oh man, and nothing music at all.
Nothing music, nothing related to music.
Such a hard question. I think I'll probably be like an actor.
Okay, so still creative.
Yes,
Yeah,
I mean it's still.
yeah.
So do you mean non-creative?
Oh, no, I mean, actors is good. Actors good. Like, it's just interesting for me just to hear that, because then it means that you'll still be doing something that allows you to create.
Yeah. So I mean, I definitely think it would be in the creative space.
Yeah.
Maybe if not an actor, I'd probably be like, I don't know, like a director.
Okay.
or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, amazing. We've seen you have some amazing collaborations under your belt. Is there any maybe that you already have cooking, or any that you want to just put out there for the future? But what other collaborations would you like to see happen?
I absolutely would love to work with Miles Smith. I think he's such an incredible artist. He's from here in the UK as well. Shabuzi. I think that would be a good one. Ed Sheeran would be massive.
Yeah,
Ed
that would
Sheeran
work.
Would be incredible, yes.
Yeah, I see that working.
And of course, I've always wanted to work with John Bellion as well. He just started making music again after so long, and it's fantastic. He's an amazing producer as well, produced big songs for Justin Bieber and the rest of them. But yeah, looking forward to working. And Cat Burns, yes.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Big up Cat Burns. Yeah. Cat Burns, make sure you watch this. Let's make that happen. All the people mentioned, let's make sure we make that happen. I think it will be incredible.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think so too.
It would 1,000% be incredible. And then just before we wrap up, can you define success?
Success. So first of all, success is different for everyone. There's no one measure of success. Success to you is different from success for me. For me, success will be able to being the person that I've always wanted to be, doing the things I've always wanted to do, me having the best people around me. That for me is success.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's incredible. And it's always nice for me to hear what everyone thinks of that, because like you said, it's different for every single person. Some people measure it by wealth, some people measure it by family. It's different, right? Okay, so I wanted to play a quick game with you just before we wrap up, okay? And this one, basically, I'm going to say some UK slang words, and I want to hear how it translates in Nigerian slang, okay? If that's okay. If you need me to give you like a definition of what the word is, I can do that.
Okay.
But I'm just going to, just call out a couple words,
right,
and then you tell me how you would say it.
Okay, like you mean in Pidgin English?
In Pidgin English,
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so the first one is peng.
So peng is when someone looking fly, right?
Like,
okay.
Ooh, like that guy.
So
is
if I
peng.
want to say you look peng, I would say, my guy, you sharp. something like that. Or you look sharp, something like that.
You look sharp.
Yeah.
I love that. You have to see you look sharp. Yeah? Okay, cool. Okay, next one's like raw. Raw.
Raw, like.
Raw. R-A-H. So
Oh.
it's like if I'm saying it, I'm shocked about
Yeah.
something or I'm surprised about something.
Oh, okay.
I'd be like, raw, did you see that?
Oh, I think you can say like chai.
Good. That is
Chai.
actually what I've got on here. Yeah.
You're like chai, my guy.
I love that. Okay, so next one is, nah, she's moving mad. She's moving mad, acting wild, misbehaving. How would you say it?
I say, that way they don't lose guard.
Oh, you need to teach me that. That sounds so
That
much
way they
better.
don't lose guard.
Tell me again, say it slowly.
So that way
That way,
don't they lose guard.
don't they lose God. That way, don't they lose God. Yeah?
No, you have to, that way.
That way.
Yes, don't they lose guard.
That way, don't they lose God.
She got
Okay.
it. That's it actually. It's pretty good.
Okay, all right, next one. Oh, no, she ghosted me. She ghosted.
How do I say that?
So ignoring someone, disappearing, not responding. She
Okay, I
ghosted
think
me.
you could say that girl don't fashion me or something like that. That girl don't fashion me. Don't fashion me. Vida, am I right?
Yeah, okay. Okay, all right, another one now. She thinks she's bougie. She thinks she's bougie. So she's trying to act posh or trying to act flashy. She thinks she's bougie.
I think you can say she thinks that she's sabi.
Okay.
She thinks that she's sabi.
Okay. Why
Yeah.
does everything sound so much better when you say it? Like, I'm just making it sound weird. Okay, so next one, she's capping. She's capping. So lying or exaggerating about something. She's capping.
Woo. I think I say cho.
Cho, cho, cho.
What's on cho?
I like that one. Cho. Johnny Drills, thank you so much for sitting
man, this
with
has been
us
good.
today
Thank
and
you for
having a
having me.
conversation.
Of course.
I really appreciate the time. And you dropped so many bombs and so many gems. I'm sure those who are watching
Yeah.
are really going to appreciate it. And just best of luck and congratulations
Thank you.
with the rest of the tour.
Thank you very
'Cause I know
much.
you've got a few more dates
Yes.
that you have going
Yes.
as well. Guys, listen, Angelina is available right now on all streaming platforms featuring Fireboy DML. Make sure you go and you support this project. Listen to it. It's lovely. It's gorgeous. It's soothing. It's one of them ones you can even listen to, you know, when you're just cleaning up, when you're chilling, when you're relaxing, when you're driving. Any occasion you can listen, so make sure you go and support that. And follow our guy here as well on all of his socials. Mr. Johnny Drills, is there anything you want to say? You can do the outro. Do the outro for us.
Well, Yeah TV, right?
Yeah, Network.
Yeah
TV,
Network.
yeah.
Yeah Network. Thank you for having me. This has been fantastic. My name is Johnny Drill. Check me out on all social medias at Johnny Drill, Instagram, Twitter, literally everywhere. And keep listening to my music. God bless you.
Peace out.
This is amazing.
Yeah Network.